Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Oh, sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Let us march on till victory is won.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I am Najwa Saboon, your salutatorian for Dunbar Class of 2026. I want to start by expressing gratitude to all the teachers, staff, administrators, and families that helped make today possible. To my mom and my grandma for the constant support and encouragement. Even with the language barrier, you were there with me every step of the way, driving me to school, pushing me to work hard, and encouraging me to take every opportunity given. I also want to show appreciation to Upward Bound, National Honor Society, and Courtesy for helping me develop my leadership and life skills. Thank you for your patience, your support, and the life lessons you've given me. To be honest, I don't think any of us expected this moment to come by so fast. Between stressing about grades, extracurriculars, friendships, and figuring ourselves out, we blinked and 4 years had passed, and now we're here graduating. But graduation is more than just finishing school. It's about everything we've become along the way. It's about the times we doubted ourselves but persisted regardless. It's about learning, not only in the classroom, but from experiences, people, and life itself. When I first came to the States, I felt very out of place. No awareness of the transition, nobody that dressed like me, no awareness of American culture, and absolutely no English. I couldn't read, write, or anything that was said to me. Nobody to talk to or relate to. I was often the only Muslim, only African, and the only one that didn't speak English. It was very lonely and humbling, but I went to class regardless. I paid attention and practiced every day, and within a year, I could speak, write, and understand others. Always early to class, always ready to learn, and always stressing over perfect grades. Education was going to be my ticket to success. My family never had this opportunity, but I have unlimited opportunities to get my education, to go to college, to become a nurse, to have a stable income, and to live the life they never had. Being an immigrant in America is a privilege, and I wasn't going to let it pass me. The only privilege I didn't have was somebody telling me what to do and how to do it. My mom was always working to pay bills and make sure we're well fed. So I drowned myself in academics and extracurriculars, involving myself in anything that boosted my learning and confidence. Then I took what I learned to go home, be the translator, and take care of my mom's paperwork. I maintained the balance, but this year challenged me. Balancing home life, AP and college classes, extracurriculars, and maintaining straight A's was very hard. The thought of getting a B made me feel like a failure, not because it was, but because of the pressure I put on myself. I was often stressed out, and I reached a point of procrastination. Not because I was incapable of doing the work, but because I tried to be flawless for way too long. Striving for perfection did not benefit me, rather it drained my energy and took away my motivation. Instead of chasing perfection and drowning myself in academics, I had to remember to breathe, to live the life my mom worked so hard to give me, to go out with friends, have fun, and put some of that energy into my hobbies, interests, and extracurriculars. To take the time to remember my goals, not just meet expectations, to take time to become the best version of myself, not the most perfect one. I'm proud to say that I've come this far in life with all the challenges, setbacks, and meltdowns. From having no awareness of the transition to becoming this version of myself. From absolutely no English to being your salutatorian here today. To everyone who played a part in my success, I want to thank you. My advisors, Ms. Dawn and Mr. Payne, my teachers, Mr. Noel, and everybody else, my friends, family, and especially God. Alhamdulillah for this chapter, and inshallah for the many others to come. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2026.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and administrators. My name is Kai Leonoris, your Paul Lawrence Dunbar Class of 2026 valedictorian and class president. Before I continue with my speech, I want to give honor and glory to God, the one who got me to where I am today. If you would have told me 4 years ago that I'll be right here in front of you speaking, I would have believed you. If you would tell me it would be for a Dunbar graduation, I would have laughed at you. I'm not gonna lie, it was very stressful these past 4 years. My very first day at Dunbar, I cried. It's a little embarrassing to admit, but it's true. I didn't know anybody, I didn't know where to go, and when it was time for me to leave early, I was told you're late. Looking back, my freshman year ended up being one of my favorite years at Dunbar. There are a lot of funny moments, like sitting in my 5th period class, watching everyone yell at each other to get Mrs. Wright to turn off a falling sound, or sitting in Mr. Lack's 7th period and listening to him talk about her behavior. Freshman year was also the years when my eyes opened to the reality of life when I lost a classmate unexpectedly. Fighting to have this position of valedictorian was a struggle. It stressed me out to the point where I almost cried when I seen the 1 out of 114. This had been a goal of mine since the end of my first semester of my freshman year, when I first realized I was ranked the top of my class. Now, I will not miss the long school days or completing my capstone project, but I will miss the memories that came along with it. When I start college in the fall, I'll miss my mom and my dad questioning me on being late and getting truancy letters when I live up the street. The friendships and connections I built along the way are what made this journey long and enjoyable, and it's something that I will truly miss. What I'll miss the most is going to Mrs. Bailey's office and raiding her snack stash and our conversations. I'll never forget when she called my mom after I told her I received free tuition at Howard but decided to attend the University of Cincinnati instead. Once she heard about the free tuition, every other school became irrelevant, and she was determined to convince me to go there, but I still decided to go to UC. These past 4 years have been truly something special, and I did not get here on my own. I want to thank my friends for always standing by my side, even when I wasn't making the best decisions or having my many for the clap moments. There are plenty of times this year when I felt completely overwhelmed and they still supported me, even when I knew some of those situations could have been avoided. I also want to thank all of my teachers who guided me throughout this journey, not only academically, but personally as well. Many of them became like parents to me. They held me accountable, called me out when I was wrong, and pushed me to be better. Even in moments when they could have said I told you so, they chose to instead support me and encourage me. They have seen me at both my highest and my lowest, and they have helped me through it all. To my graduating class, our time together has truly been something incredible. We have shared moments of joy, frustration, hardship, and even sadness, but every moment has helped shape who we are today. Now it is time for us to close this chapter of our lives and begin a new one. As we move forward and go our separate ways, always remember that your journey is your own. Never let anyone distract you or define your path for you. Thank you, and congratulations, Dunbar Class of 2026.
Class of 2026, I can truly say it has been a journey. You all have tested every ounce of patience that I have, but through every challenge, every setback, every victory, we stand here together. Today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, and I could not be more proud of each and every one of you. Over the years, I have watched you grow into strong, determined, resilient young adults. I have seen you overcome obstacles that many people may never fully understand. I have seen you push through difficult times, carry heavy burdens, and still show up every day fighting for your future. That strength will take you farther than you can imagine. I am proud of the perseverance you showed when classes became difficult and workload felt overwhelming. I am proud of the courage you displayed during moments of pain, loss, and uncertainty. Some of you may have doubted whether you would ever make it here today, but I want you to know something important. I always saw your potential. I always believed you can make it here, and I still believe there is greatness in every single one of you. As graduates from an urban high school, you carry with you a unique strength. You know how to adapt, how to survive, how to lead, and how to rise even when the odds are stacked against you. Never allow anyone to define your future by your zip code, your background, or your circumstances. Your story does not end here. In many ways, it is only beginning. Walk into this next chapter with confidence. Keep pushing when life gets hard. Remember that success is not where you start. It is about your determination to keep moving forward. I love you, and I expect greatness from all of you. Congratulations, class of 2026. Superintendent Lawrence, each student has earned a minimum of 20 Carnegie units in all required courses and has demonstrated competency and readiness as defined by the Ohio Department of Education's graduation requirements. I do hereby certify that each of these students has met or exceeded the graduation requirements set forth by the Dayton Public Schools and the Ohio Department of Education. Superintendent Lawrence, I present for your acceptance the Paul Laurence Dunbar High School Class of 2026.
Principal Bay, thank you so much, and thank you for your leadership, you and your team for shepherding these Paul Laurence Dunbar High School graduates to the conclusion of their high school career. As the superintendent and graduate of Paul Laurence Dunbar of Dayton Public Schools, and by the powers entrusted to me by the Ohio Department of Education and Dayton Board of Education, I do hereby accept these candidates for graduation and release their diplomas to be presented during this ceremony. Board member Dr. Goodwine, it is my honor to commend to you the Paul Laurence Dunbar High School Class of 2026.
Good evening, class of 2026. Y'all can do better. Y'all about to be alumni with us. Good evening, class of 2026. There we go. I gotta stop and say this is one of the finest looking classes I've seen in a long time. Give it up for our class of 2026. Give it to them. So, tonight is not just about receiving a diploma. It's about you stepping into a legacy. Paul Laurence Dunbar High School is the oldest continuing active high school in Dayton, Ohio. You are part of that legacy now. For generations, the school has shaped leaders, dreamers, artists, educators, athletes, change makers, and many who have left marks on before. And I want to take one moment for this cloud to celebrate this class of 2026 one time by highlighting the things you guys done. Just so you guys know, the class that sits before us today, this is the largest class that we've had in 10 years. The class of 2026 is the first class at Dunbar High School to be a part of Career Path Pathways. And of that, this class has earned 2,000 credits in work-based learning hours. 2 students in the class of 2026 received co-ops for the city of Dayton. They're going to work for the Dayton Water Department. Give it up for them. 4 students in this class are graduating from the inaugural braiding program, which means they're going straight into the industry after they leave here. Students in this class earn 95 industry-recognized credentials and 296 college credit hours as they're leaving us. 1 student from this class is going to the armed services once they leave us. And one of the finest traditions at Dunbar, you guys were the city champs in boys basketball, the city champs in girls basketball, and the city champs in wrestling. 1 student is currently missing us, one student earned an indoor track championship and is currently missing graduation to compete for the state. 1 student earned the McDonald's Black History Maker Scholarship Award. 5 students received full scholarships, full rides to college. 6 students earned athletic scholarships. 6 students earned band scholarships to 3 different universities. And overall, the class of 2026 earned $2.3 million in scholarships. Now, on behalf of the Dayton Board of Education, I accept these students and commended to me by the superintendent, and they shall hereforth be deemed graduates of Dayton Public Schools. They shall be hereforth bestowed with all rights and privileges and responsibilities afforded to the graduates. Please join me as we get ready to give them their diplomas. Give it up for the class of 2026.
Kylia Lachey Norris. Najwa Muhammad Saboon. Jaden Jamar Pierce. Silas Yvette Lachey Clemens. Christian Ngaboziza. Bailey Nicole Wilson. Benjamin Mutuawagabo. Gia Glenisha Cumberbatch. Valentina Rodriguez. Janaya Marie Mack. Rebecca Maria. Angel Marie Dawson. Brooklyn Danae Shales. Florence Uitonse. Alexander Dean Buer. Kenneth Mark Anthony Aker. Lovney Ali Shaw. Lamsey Alvarado. Cameron Jameer Averett. Kimani Barker. Brandon Keon Berry. Skyla Lynn Beverly. Paul Black. Donald Anthony Gregory Bond. Amira Jalen Bonner. Talina Jolene Botts. Nyasia Langston Braswell. Lavester Tremaine Bram Jr. Shaylaquan Taviana Brown. Myshawn Lene Bush. Timothy Lee Crawford. Adonis Davis. Donisha Davis. Kyrie Davis. Dominique Dawkins. Cortez Durham. Corwin Fields Jr. Britton Foster. Alasia Lee Folks. Arlie Garcia Lopez. Cashlyn Marie Gaston. Carrie Lynn Griffith. Tashaya Hammett. Christopher Allen Hardy Jr. Derek Eugene Allen Charles Hardy Jr. Daquan Harris Jr. Michaela Amani Hastings. Nina Simone Marie Hill. Kylan Hobson. Rashawn Hughes. Malaya Monet Hurley. Vilma Nayeli Iriarte Ochoa. Carsey Devon Michael Isaac. Kennedy Anaya James. Joshua Janvier. Keeson Lovett. Anaya Marie Honeywell. Devontae Johnson. Isaiah Michael Jolly. Jeremiah Josiah Jones. Josiah Nasir Amir Jones. Sienna Laird.
Mishma Maurice Lay. Catrice Shaylin Lipsy. Philip Henry Mall III. Rashana Lynn Muffin. Shapri Marie McBride. Damiana McComb. Darrell Antoine McCullum Jr. Shanae Nicole McElrath. Caden Makai Medina. Trayshawn Montgomery. Nessa Moyer. Julian Mutonzi. Crispin Mwikwa. Bryce Lear Nelson. Eritier Ngabo. Debrianna Payne. Tristan Marie Pete. Samaya Bernasia Poulton Callahan. Tommy Lee Pride. James Wesley Rashawn Pounds Jr. Elijah Prather. Mariah Rayanne Reed. Avante Lamar Roper. Adam Michael Shapiro Jr. Rashawn Scott. Antoine Sharpley. Sean Amir Smalls. Daren Smith. Kamari Smith Jones. Santonia Terea Michelle Spencer. Dariana Jean Marie Stark. Nakaisha Ann Stark. Ariana Sherelle Taylor. Tamila My Angel Taylor. Nadia Uwajaneza. Denasia Marie Valentine. Lynette Yasedi Vasquez. Savati Vineyard. Jamal Deshaun Washington. Daquan Watson Jr. Kamani Janelle DeJay Williams. Malachi Williams. Anaya Linda Wolfenberg. Marcus Wright Jr. Stephen Isaac Wright. Jazreel Demine Young. Winston. Posthumously, Hillary Bernard Farr, Jr.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Christian Gabonziza, and it is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate this milestone together. As we stand here today on the precipice of the future, it's not distant reality anymore. It's here. It begins today. As I look around, I can still remember my first days in high school, trying to figure out what my classes were, learning how things worked, and slowly finding my place. Back then, I didn't really know what kind of person I was becoming. I just knew I was trying to figure things out like everyone else. Over time, Dunbar became more than just a building I came to every day. It became a place where I grew up, a place where I learned not just from classes, textbooks, but from experiences, mistakes, conversations with the people around me. I had days where I felt confident and motivated, and other days where I had to push myself just to keep going. But somehow I did, and we all did. There were moments I'll never forget, laughing with friends between classes, stressing over assignments at the last minute, and realizing that we were all going through similar struggles, even if we didn't say it out loud. And honestly, if there's one thing I learned, is that high school teaches you more about life than you realize while you're in it. To my classmates, you made this journey what it was. You were the reason some days were easier and some memories were unforgettable. We grew up together in these hallways, even if we didn't notice it happening in the moment. I'm grateful for every friendship, every conversation, and every experience we shared. To the administrators, teachers, and staff, thank you for your patience, your honesty, and for pushing us even when we didn't feel like being pushed. A lot of what we're walking away with today is because of the time and effort you invested in us. And personally, this place gave me direction. It helped me figure out who I am, what I care about, and what kind of future I want to work toward. I'll always be thankful for that. As we move forward, I hope we don't forget the people we met here or the lessons we learned, not just in class, but in life. Even if we all don't stay in touch, we'll always share this chapter. So instead of saying goodbye, I'll say this. I hope we make it, I hope we grow, and I hope we become everything we've been working toward. Congratulations to us, the class of 2026.
Good afternoon. An important tradition at the closing of a graduation ceremony is to move our tassels from the right side to the left. This act symbolizes our responsibility for our achievement, the progress we have made in our 4 years at Paul Laurence Dunbar High School, and the beginning of a new purpose as we embark onto the next chapter of our lives as adults. At this time, class of 2026, you may move your tassels from the right side to the left.
This one? Yeah. Where the band at?
I don't know. Oh, they.
Yeah, that's right.
shining, they fake. Why you hating? We gon' ballin', ballin'. How much anyway? We gon' shining, they fake. Why you hating? We gon' ballin', ballin'. How much anyway? We gon' shining, they fake. Why you hating? We gon' ballin', ballin'. How much anyway? We gon' shining, they fake.
Check a flag running through the red light. 12 can't be good, they won't pull over till I